So this is our trip to the Banff sign. We've been here for almost a week now. We decided that we would hold off on going to the sign because on the weekend it's really crowded and there's a lot of people here. And it is Wednesday night and we're the only ones here. We got all the time in the world to take as many pictures as we want and to do whatever we want here. What you got?
It's just a sign, but it's cool to always come, get, do the touristy thing, get your photo in front of the city signage situation.
Our mornings, walking the dogs wherever we're at. You can see the campsite in the background there on our loop. And then we've got our dogs that flip you around and they are not really being well behaved because they just started. Yeti. This is their favorite part of the morning.
Yeah.
They get to wander around and sniff things. So, regardless of where we're at, right now we're in a pretty beautiful area, but even when we're in a parking lot,
we get a walk in.
Even when we're in a parking lot, we get a walk in.
Yes, it's non-negotiable.
Yep, once or twice a day. Actually, no, 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah.
At least 2 times a day. The dogs are habituated to it. So we're hiking the Upper Grassley Lakes Loop Trail. We actually did it backwards. We came down from the top Upper Grassley Lake Trail on accident because we parked in the wrong spot. But we're now really at the starting point and we're going to reverse and go back up and go around the lake.
And the dogs could come.
Yeah,
yeah. Hear 'em.
And it is a dog-friendly trail.
Yeah.
And they are turning up because we're standing still apparently. So yeah.
If you park at the top, make sure you are good at scrambling and strong enough, legs strong enough, all those things.
Yeah, if you come down from the top parking lot, you are going to be doing some scrambling. There's a lot of rock climbers up there. It's not the easiest hike. If you go from the bottom, it's pretty easy.
Yep.
So we were supposed to do the loop around the 2 lakes here, and I ended up at the upper parking lot, so we're actually coming down to it, doing the loop, going down to the lower. Should have parked in the lower Grassley parking lot, but it happened. We're doing a little bit extra. It's kind of, you can see, it's kind of steep. Not really as dog friendly as the lower part, but it happens. This is the second lake up here. There's 2 little lakes together, both of them beautiful. And this is a much easier path to hike on or walk on. This is what we intended to hit, but we took a little bit more difficult way down. This is the top lake here on the circle. It is it's very populated. There's a lot of people up here. And then if you go around, that's the route that we came down, and we're going to head back up where all the climbers are. Top, I think this is a reservoir lake that we're at, not one of the 2 lakes that we hiked around. We made it back up through the hard part. I'd classify the trail as probably moderate to hard if you include the top part. If you just do the loop from the bottom parking lot, it's moderate at best. It's pretty easy. It's just basically an uphill walk and then walk around a little bit of rocks around the lake and then it's okay. But overall, not too bad. If you go on the top, Candace?
I classify that as a little bit harder, be able to deal with loose rock, scramble, have good balance up and down in that is the harder part of the top. So that's what I got for you.
And up top here at the parking lot, it's windy, so I am dressed inappropriately. It's actually kind of chilly up here. Once you get down climbing, it's not that bad because you're in the valley and the wind ceases, but right here it's kind of chilly. No?
I said if it's too icy and snowy, we're not going all the way up.
So
if I'd have knew this, if you planned appropriately and knew that it was enough, we knew it was ice and snow for real, I'd have brought my ice cleats for my boots. But some people, they don't pay attention. We ain't gonna say no names.
no names?
Nuh-uh.
All
There's
right.
some people coming.
I know.
Do you?
I do. Come on. So we're trying to see if we can get this trail that we picked out, really I picked out, and apparently it's snowy and icy still, so we'll see what the conditions are and probably turn around. As you can see in the background, there's snow and ice all around this. This is Lake Louise. It's very crowded, snowy still. Immediately got snowy at the end of the Lake Louise shoreline trail, and this is the Lake Agnes and some other crap trail. We're gonna go up a little ways and see how sketchy it gets. Already slipping, could use some cleats, but we'll see. Our second hike here in Banff, we kind of struck out a little bit because we picked a hike that is off of Lake Louise. It's a combination of the Lake Louise Shoreline Trail, the Plain of Six Glaciers Trail, and the Lake Agnes Loop Trail. And it's a big loop with a portion of it that's in and out. But as you can see in the background, it's still snowy here.
Very.
And there's people skiing here. Hiking
Enough
up.
snow to ski still.
Yeah, they're hiking up with skis. And we don't feel like going up into those conditions. It just doesn't interest us right now.
Don't strike my
So,
fancy. Maybe if I had some skis,
yeah.
just to say I skied in Canada.
I mean, I might if I was by myself without Candace and the dogs. I might, but probably not because it just doesn't
It's a
seem.
situation.
It doesn't seem like a great plan. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the beginning, the other side of the loop, and do as much of that as we can, and then we'll call it good and move on. This is one of the chances you take with doing early season sightseeing, is that sometimes you still run into winter conditions, and this is fairly wintry.
Yeah.
Spin you around. That's the trail going up, and I don't see that it's getting much better going up there. It's kind of icy and slushy and slick and good for hurting your knee or your ankle or just being generally miserable. So we're going to head back.
We are here, not hiking much further because it's still a good amount of snow here in the situation.
Yeah, we made it back to the beginning where the other end of the loop is, and we walked up till we hit the snow, which is really not very far. I mean, if you look, there's the main trail.
Yeah.
That's as far as we made
You
it.
might see the hotel. No, too far. But we're back at the beginning.
Yeah, so we're back at the beginning of the loop where we should have ended up at, but it's all snowy.
It's very snowy and deep and icy. Hey y'all. All right. We're about to ride the Banff Gondola, doing touristy things today.
Yep, we're heading up the mountain to see the views from the gondola. It's not very crowded here at all. We're at 7:00 p.m. No wait at all inside for tickets or for the line to go up. We bought our tickets ahead of time. They wouldn't print out, so the front desk printed our tickets for us. So if you run into that issue, not a problem. But we're gonna go inside and head up the gondola and see what we see. What was that, Candy?
This is what you catch to go when you go skiing.
It is.
They usually put your skis on the outside. Jeff always struggles when it's time to put his big old skis in.
It's because they're big and they got a good curve to the back of them. This is the view from the top, first floor of the building that the gondola is in. Looks like you can walk quite a ways over there.
Oh, I didn't even look.
We walked out the boardwalk all the way to the weather station. This is the view behind us. You can kind of see. It's a pretty good view. Come back in here. I think it's worth the walk. What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty up here. It's chilly still.
It is, but it's a good walk and pretty views.